Thor issue 14 heads to the past, where in the weapon hall of Asgard, Thor surrounds himself with all the weapons he's owned and conquered from various battles. But there is one he wants the most, Mjolnir. Merely seeing the hammer causes anger to rise up in the god thanks to his hatred for not being able to pick it up. He tries to lift it one last time but cannot, not knowing what makes it worthy, but he doesn't care anymore, saying the hammer is damned. Not long after, the Fantastic Four from the present arrive, saying Thor is needed in the future to clobber some elves. Thor doesn't believe the group, and Reed knows that would happen, so they brought Tooth Grinder with them to convince the young warrior. In the present, the young warrior watches as his two older selves and Jane Foster converse, not happy that they all seem to get hammers while he does not. He interrupts the meeting, telling them to stop with the fellowship and get to fighting, but the All-Father Thor tells the boy to come with him. Jane wonders if Thor should rely on this younger version of himself to help, but he says fate chose this particular group of Thor Corps, and without the boy, none of them would actually be there. All-Father Thor tells the young Thor that their destinies are anything but assured now, since they are out of their own timelines, and any of them can die on the battlefield. Thor agrees, and as the three Thors raise their hammer and light the sky, it angers the boy, who says all he needs is his axe. The four Thors head to Stonehenge, where Malekith armors himself up with the symbiote, creating the Venom Blade and calling himself the Butcher of Thors. Thor attacks him as Jane helps Odin and Freya. All-Father Thor and Young Thor meanwhile take down Malekith's forces, summoning a mighty storm that echoes across the realm. Thor is knocked away, saying that Malekith took his last hammer, infecting it with the symbiote and attacking the All-Father Thor, saying he now sees why Thor pulled different versions of himself from the time stream in order to circumvent his trap at Stonehenge. But doing so, they have all fallen into another one of his traps. Malekith confronts the young Thor, telling his men to kill the boy. He stands his ground, needing no hammer to fight the hordes, as the other Thors begin having trouble in the battle. All-Father Thor drops his hammer and it is surrounded by the symbiote, instead using his lightning to fight Malekith, and in the chaos, the younger Thor realizes the hammer has been dropped. The boy tries to lift it but cannot, stabbed by one of the Venom minions that are guarding it. Jane tells him to flee the battle, but he wants to fight the war dogs with his bare fists. He fights the dogs as he knows he's shaming himself and endangering the future of the realms. He hears his mother being attacked by a giant Svartalheim symbiote, and before he can eat her, he attacks, letting loose with his lightning, no longer giving a damn whether he dies, and takes every Thor with him. He rips the Venom apart, and it is revealed he did so by using the All-Father Thor's Mjolnir. All-Father Thor finds him, telling the boy he's using the hammer, and because of it, they are brewing up a huge storm in the skies, and it's about to rain fire. He tells the boy to keep the hammer for a little while during the battle, since he's earned it, but the boy, however, tosses it back to him in exchange for his axe, which he uses to get back to work, knowing today wasn't the greatest day of his life, it was just another day in the life of Thor, Odin's son. Thor issue 14 was a great between the pages issue that accompanies the final issue of War of the Realms. It was great that in that book we are presented with Thor realizing what he needed to use Mjolnir again, while here we got young Thor finally learning the lesson on how to properly use the weapon and what it means to be worthy and what it means to earn that right. It's a great parallel, and there's lots of payoffs thanks to Jason Aaron writing both books and also having a masterful handle on both these versions of Thor, since he's written extensively about them. I'm looking forward to what comes next in the book and what happens in the aftermath of the War of the Realms. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.